Alright, chat. I've said a few times now, the best way to tell if your standard deck is appropriately busted is make sure it's playing cards that have been nerfed in Alchemy. We got here Goldspan Dragon and Lier, Disciple of the Drowned at the top end. And boy golly is this deck abusing the fact that Goldspan Dragon hasn't been nerfed in this format. So Show of Confidence says, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains Vigilance until end of turn. When you cast this spell, you get to copy it and choose new targets. So this card has Storm. So the basic idea is that you cast a couple of spells and then you Show of Confidence your Goldspan Dragon a whole bunch to make a bunch of treasure tokens. And then you use Lier to cast through a bunch of spells out of your graveyard and Show of Confidence again to kind of chain through your deck and cast a bunch more stuff and eventually attack with a very large Goldspan Dragon. Past this being a thing that you could do, we're just a blue-red control deck that, like, gets to play Lier, Disciple of the Drowned, and Goldspan as finishers. So let's pop on into some games with this and see how this feels in Standard. On this and see what they're doing. If they're like a Thalia deck, we might want the Spikefield Hazard to be a spell. It's kind of scary. White landfall stuff, it looks like. You're gonna have a 6-drop next turn with appropriate basics for this. They just have no basic lands. Yeah. Seems like a tough card to enable, even if it is powerful when it works. Are we the bad guy? Almost assuredly. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm gonna have to discard the hand size now, right? If I don't have another spell to play. Really bad. We're just priming our second hand. Yeah, mood. I see people chatting. Did Untapped add mobile support when I wasn't looking? It's been a little bit since I checked. It'd be nice if they did. Alright, so we're dead. I think we've died. Wait, what? They didn't attack with Chariot and copy the Ren token? Alright, deal. So you're saying there's a chance.
I have other groves to tend.
You're Bengu. Yeah, it says previously sub for 30 months. It didn't work like this yesterday. Oh, maybe they just pushed out an update. Yeah, that would be nice.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
Yeah, they do such an excellent job with game boards on Magic Arena. Okay, so shock you, I get a treasure.
Always glad to meet my match.
What the what? Stop! Stop! Stop it! Stop it!
I guess that.
Yeah, it did that yesterday too. Okay, so it doesn't, when you only have a treasure, it doesn't hold priority for you to cast Voltage Surge. Yeah, the exact same thing happened yesterday. Yeah, correct, Bob. Whenever people talk about Magic Arena bugs and they bring up Magic Online, I always just want to be like, have you played Magic Online? It's okay, chat. Don't worry. I brought my backup, Lier. My backup Lier? We have to chump block this layer of the Hydra? I think we do. Fortunate. I think we're dead. You gotta pull on your bootstraps, starter, Evian. Thanks for the 22. That's great, Bedell. Alright, so probably just the cheap removal in here, I imagine. This is really cute in this deck. You can phase out your Goldspan. Well, there's only one burden on the house in this deck. That's interesting. Do I want 7 mana Time Walk? I feel like the answer is no. Well, you see, chat, this hand could be anything thanks to Unexpected Windfall, so we have to keep it. Good pickup. Spent 70,000 channel points on white-red equipment knowing full well it was probably going to be bad. The Magic player experience, paying to be optimistic. Big Fury is something we're likely to need in this matchup. Witcher 3 next gen update is postponed until further notice, Big said. This is the way we spin the tires, spin the tires, spin the tires. Do 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 do. Oh, they're moving it. They're not just postponing it, they're moving it in-house. That's gotta be a bad sign, right? Listen, chat, based on how swimmingly Cyberpunk's release went, I can only assume they're gonna nail this. Cyberpunk had a great release if you ignore the 18-month open beta. Yeah, I hear the current iteration is actually quite good. I'm looking forward to giving it a try. Are they dead? I think they're dead. So let's go Dragon, Fire, decline, target my Goldspan Dragon. Then we show of confidence, target this. Make a treasure. Oh, this only copies for instants and sorceries. I think they're still dead, but it's a little bit more hazy now. Okay, and then Prismari Command is actually just a ritual. Make a treasure. Target you, target me. And then these are free. Someone earlier asked what the combo was. This is the combo. Ah, yes, the classic moment where the resolve all button stops working. I might have been able to kill them without the Fury if I sequenced my turn better, but I have the Fury and it's quicker to just do it this way rather than figure out if I can get to 20 with the show of confidence. Cajun Gaming, thanks for the follow. We're definitely dead to the flings, so let's just do that. There are a lot of Izzet colored combo decks in this current standard format. Alolan Sandshrew is my favorite Pokemon. Sandshrew. Regular Sandshrew is my favorite Pokemon growing up. And I like the color blue. We just pass, right? Be like, Unexpected Windfall, ditch the mountain, and then next turn we can like Goldspan plus Galvanic and Unexpected Windfall and make a bunch of mana. If I Goldspan, yeah, this could be an Emperor turn. I can also just be like a Valorous Stance turn too.
The will of the woods is made manifest.
Really wanted an untapped land there, so I didn't have to use a treasure to cast the Goldspan, but it is what it is. There's a chance we kill them this turn. I think what we do here is we attack and then Galvanic plus Unexpected. And then we can Show of Confidence into Dragonfire, kill the blocker. And then we could find Windfall before attacking. No, I want a Galvanic Iteration, the Windfall. Okay, so Sejiri Shelter means I can just attack through their thing. And Galvanic Iteration lets me copy the Sejiri Shelter a couple of times to build up storm count for my Show of Confidence. I actually guess I don't need copies of this, huh? I'd rather have copies of this to give extra counters. Yes, actually wrong. Sorry, chat, we're fumbling around a little bit here. Yeah, the Galvanic Iterations on the show's chat don't net me. Alright, so we let the treasure resolve, and then before this happens, we go ahead and voltage surge my my dragon to get another mana. And then we'll go ahead and Dragon Fire the Wren to get another mana. And remember, each of these triggers nets us 2 mana in the long run. And then post-combat, I'm going to get to play Lier, Disciple of the Drowned, and recast a bunch of spells from my graveyard to draw cards to dig for my Kazuul's Fury to win the game. In fact, maybe I should have saved some of these Galvanic iterations to get more draws. Yeah, I think I messed this up. I should have saved some of the... I should have saved the Galvanic iterations to get more draws. Worst case, we'll just kill their entire board here, but worth noting I didn't play this turn optimally. That's fine. Alright, good shit. Not a bad turn for 4 lands. Not a bad turn for 4 lands, you know. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cast a couple of spells. We missed our 5th land drop that turn. Managed to squeak it out. Missed our 5th land drop, sequence and optimally won anyways. Easy game. Yeah, chat, see, it's exactly like I said. Just make sure your standard deck has cards in it that have been nerfed in Alchemy. If your standard deck doesn't contain cards that have been nerfed in Alchemy, you should probably reassess the cards you're playing. It definitely feels like you're actually gathering the magic with this deck, dude. Cleaned out the front half of the trolls. Good God, chat, he's playing Twitch. They're playing Twitch chat tribal. Just mono trolls. The edges and bring in some extra removal. GG, I was the opponent's board. I've got myself muted here. Chat, I swear to you, I'm gonna remember. I haven't had a lot of days talking with muted in a while, and today we've had 2 moments. Just having an off day. It's definitely want to disrupt this, because this prevents us from disrupting a 3-drop on 3. If we don't draw a 5th untapped land, we're going to have to play the Kazuul's Fury tapped here, which is a little sad, but not the end of the world. Yeah, if you hear someone tell you or see someone tell someone to touch grass, it is an implication that the person being told to touch grass needs to step back away from their computer a little bit and realize that they're disconnected from reality. Is the implication behind touch grass. I always interpret and utilize pound sand to people as a PG way to tell people to fuck off. It means walk away. Is the context, yes, that is the context. Yeah, go do something else not near me. The pounding of the sand in that instance is you, the pounding of the sand is, people walking away. Yeah, okay, and just for the Pokemon Unite players out there, when I tell you you need to touch grass, that doesn't mean hide in the bush at Zapdos in 2 minutes. It means put your Switch down and go outside. Arch of the Swirling Mist is about to flex here, yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think is the play. This means we still beat a Blizzard Brawl. Oh, I guess this means I lose the Snakeskin Veil. Okay, yeah, I messed up. I needed, okay, I was trying to beat Blizzard Brawl, and I should have been thinking about Veil. Sedge, okay, I deserve this loss. We could have played around this. Yeah, I didn't have to get rid of these, because I could have used Lier to flash this back next turn, or I could have just pitched another card, right? So I should have either left these alone and targeted these, or pitched another card and just gotten the whole board. I deserve to lose that one. That was a mistake on my part. This deck's got some sick lines in it. Real big brain, feel smart stuff here for sure. Yeah, if you want to jam with me and Steve Avian, that would work for me. I think I might do no comms again, though. Oh, I should have played the Hall, not the Spikefield. That was a mistake there. Works out. Yeah, if you can unban Drunk Owl and Wargy Corgi Sporadic Penguin, that would be great, please and thank you. I was feeling salty that they were justifying people ghosting me. What's the word on a Azumarill? It's like B-, maybe C+ tier. Like similar to Aegislash, I think. I think it's playable if you like it. Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit too weak. I would expect it to probably get buffed at some point. But I agree, the release power level of Azumarill is pretty good, I think. Oh my gosh, it's a 2/2 and I can't kill it with Spikefield Hazard. That's cheating, chat. Yes, new Capetta flavor seems very good. Alright, so Galvanic Iteration, Spikefield Hazard, Sejiri Shelter. Show of confidence. You know, frankly, chat, I'm shocked that this card seems powerful. Traditionally speaking, in Magic the Gathering, cards that copy themselves based on how many other spells you've cast in a turn, they typically don't see very much play. So it's kind of interesting that Show of Confidence is breaking out here. Do you feel your brain get bigger as you play this turn out? I do actually. The more game actions I take, the smarter I feel. Oh, I technically should have targeted one of my dragons here. Whatever. Whatever. If your cerebral enlargement lasts more than 3 hours, call a doctor. Yeah, Jen, there were a lot of game actions we could have taken there to win the game. If you saw a line to do more damage than I was doing, you're probably right, but also, we didn't need it. For what it's worth, too, for those of you at home, I think on average, this type of combo deck that we're currently playing is one of the most healthy style of combo deck that can exist in Magic the Gathering. And what I mean by that is you can interact with this combo that we are playing via discard spells, counter spells, creature removal spells, and even graveyard hate to an extent interfaces with what our deck is attempting to do. While we obviously have some counterplay and interaction of our own to stop some of those avenues, there's back and forth, and you have lots of different cards you can be playing in order to successfully interact with what we're doing. Our deck doesn't demand that you play Nero-specific cards in order to be able to disrupt us. I think that that's the real key to what's a healthy combo deck and an unhealthy combo deck. Is the number of axes of interaction is really high in combo decks that are healthy for a format. When your only means of interacting with something is like mulliganing to a sideboard card, that's not a healthy combo deck. Thanks, Cedrus. This might be a phase out Thalia so I can Unexpected Windfall next turn. Goodbye. There's a lot of fantastic Thalia arts, to be fair. We did have a secret layer Thalia at one point. You're correct. Played a land yet for the turn. And library exile. No, it's just easier to cast Unexpected Windfall Beetle. You're not missing nothing. I'll probably do my set review next week sometime, Avocado. The set doesn't come to Magic Arena for a while, so I'm like not in a rush. Kill their board, right? Because we don't get the set on Magic Arena until April 28th. Gonna have some time to film. I probably want an iteration here, huh? We'll iterate our iterate. Yo, dog, I heard you like iterations. So now you can iterate your iterate. Hand, library, exile. We actually are just like gonna draw our whole deck this turn, huh? Hand, library, exile. I guess we'll just keep spinning with this, huh? I'm trying to find our storm card. Okay, and this is lethal, actually, right? They get to attack with these. And we get to dragon fire, choose a dragon I control, kill this. I could have attacked with this too and then Spikefield Hazarded them, but that's less cool than Spikefield Hazarding my dragon to make an extra mana. And then Kazuul's Furying for lethal. There are a few ways to eat this recess. We could have spun our tires some more and drawn some more cards as well. Oh, well, alrighty then. This is certainly an experience. We could have also taken an extra turn. I did not win, Magus. This kind of doesn't do anything, right? Like, this card doesn't really do much until we're fully popping off. Dangerous to go it alone out there. Take this. Well, this is unexpected. Slow and fair our opponent's deck is, chat. It'd be a damn shame if someone tried to combo kill them. Four mana, no plays. Unlucky. Wait, do they actually have no plays here? Okay, they actually have no place here. Combo seems like it would be so cumbersome in paper. Maybe. Our opponent's seen enough. Some of the stuff and like the game actions that you take could be shortcutted pretty eloquently in paper. You have to, like, keep track of the turn counter manually, but other bits get sped up. Or no, that's probably a little bit too slow at the top end. Resolve all works correctly in paper. Accurate. Big mood. Big mood. I'm playing Untapped Mountain here so we can Spikefield Hazard. Well, so counting Storm, for example, is something you can typically do by going back over all the cards you played in that given turn. Whereas, like, it's more difficult to kind of pinpoint who went first, you know, 12 turns in the past. Once you pull out the D20, most people can see that's, you know, you're not wrong. Oh, I have a distinct lack of Goldspan Dragon's chat. We're just treading water here, right? I don't believe this attack is lethal. 5, 11, 13. Come on. Come at me. Alright, so we want to try and beat Wandering Emperor here to the best of our abilities. Cast Rite of Flame here from our graveyard. Okay, so now I can Spikefield Hazard, target this, play second Goldspan Dragon. Do I Expressive Iteration here? I feel like I want to Expressive Iteration, because if I find our Storm spell, we win the game, right? Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to fog for the turn. Am I dead now? And... Library Exile. I might be dead because of the sequencing I took here now. This is 2 per blue card from my hand. Yeah, are they dead? Holy crap, March of Swirling Mist is messed up, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to wait for it to crew. Okay, sorry. Do I target this or do I target my extra dragon? I think I target this, right? And then they're dead on board because I just get to Swirling Miss. And we kill them with Kazuul's Fury? How did we win that game? That... Ooh. Cards with Storm and mana cost reduction. March was very silly there. Those are some real I'm the bad guy plays. Yeah, definitely. Won that game with cards that have been nerfed in Alchemy. That's actually very accurate. When this deck takes over Standard, chat, we'll have Alchemy to keep us warm at night still. It's okay. Actually, I run to the bathroom real quick. BRB. Which was basically Nexus of Fate that cost 1 mana that game. Yeah, basically. Hey, I spent 2 mana on it. My treasure made 2 mana. Thank you very much. To undersell my treasure token. The hard work you put in that game. This is why we waited on the Spikefield Hazard in case they got greedy and try and put the rune on their creature. Now the rune is countered and they don't draw a card. I'm not convinced this card is actually good in this deck. We'll see if it wins us any games at any point today. Actually gonna Soaring City here and deny them the card. Could get punished for this. Might be right to just Unexpected Windfall this turn. They have like a Banishing Light or whatever. Never punished. Not only can this card fog, chat. Oh, this is a sorcery. Crap. I thought this was an instant. I thought I was going to be... I'm so used... We were talking about Nexus of Fate. Next turn. If we don't die, they're dead, so. Probably not dead. They have another Rune of Haste we could be, I suppose. This is the way we take the turns, take the turns, take the turns. This is the way we take the turns. Yeah, I don't know that we want these counterspelling because they're mostly for like other blue decks that kind of exist in the format or don't, like mirror match style cards. Remembering why Goldspan is derped in Alchemy, mood. as a land. I have this as interaction. Not having any pressure on turn 2 seems real good for us. Yeah, Chunk, this has been a 6 set. Even like the match we lost was pretty close and interesting. Really smart on the opponent's part to take Unexpected Windfall. This is a card that like sets us up to get going really hard. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Okie doke. Your move, Yugi boy. Our hand's actually not that good. Because they, well, maybe they don't. They gotta be Wandering Empering this turn, right? Yeah. But we have a few cards that are lethal this turn. But if we draw another brick, we're in trouble. Their board's pretty big. I can't block their 4/4 this turn.
My judgment is final.
Spikefield Hazard doesn't quite do 6 on its own, huh? So I have 8, 9 mana, and it costs me 2, 5, 8, 9. If I triple iterate, I get to do 4 damage with this, right? So I could attack them for 8 and then use these spells to kill this and this. Is how this works, right? So our odds of dying from 16 are low here. And their board is pretty weak. Our odds of dying from 16 aren't 0. They could definitely pop off here with some runes. Runeforge Champion is probably the best first card they could be playing here. So they get Rune of Speed, which casts onto the Runeforge and gives 2 extra counters plus a 3rd power, so that's 7. They have 10 currently, and then if they draw 2 more runes, they have exactly lethal, I believe. So if they Rune of Speed, they could also just get a lifelink rune here. I wonder if they have lifelink runes left in their deck. Usually you trim some of those in the non-aggro matchup. So this is 10, and every green and red rune gives +3 attack on this board. They are dead. Got it. This game was far too honest for my liking, chat. We just like attacked with 4/4s. We didn't take any extra turns. We didn't draw our whole deck. We didn't have any storm triggers. Win a boring old game where we attack with 4/4 flying dragons. Try. We did copy a 1 damage spell 4 times. That's true. That's true. We kind of built our own grape shot. That's fair. What an ugly grape shot it was, too. Yeah. Listen, it wasn't pretty, but it was all we had, Weens. I love it. We wouldn't have won without that ugly grape shot. Like a shock plus make a treasure turn to me.
Consider yourself fortunate our Moses alive. Dire times call for dire tactics.
I think I actually want to just windfall this turn to try and set up for a big sequence of turns next turn. Hopefully they tap out again for something silly. Yeah, loath me, daddy.
Not
Rats, they're holding up interaction. Interaction in my Magic the Gathering, chat. The sheer audacity. This is only at 6. Well, Voltage Surge here. And then we'll suspend Behold the Multiverse. Oh.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. Remember your training.
this could go poorly for us, chat. I would like the record to reflect that I am aware this could end bad. Do I want an iteration? Iteration makes Windfall worse. Because then I can't Windfall if I draw it. All right, I'm just going to double off of this and see where we go. And library exile. Good God. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana theoretically here. Brick and die, chat. Rats. For those wondering why we're conceding, we had Alchemist Gambit on the stack. That was about to get us. Cinderclasm seems very good against the Kiki-Jiki deck. Extra iteration to copy our spells sounds good. March is technically a protection spell. Well, March is plus mana, but it has to phase out our dragon in order to be plus mana alert. Piece of card selection. And Behold makes it so we're likely to be able to get the red for Unexpected Windfall next turn. That's pretty good. Off to the races quite quickly here. So looking for a Dargon at this point. Just doing this, huh? Friends. Goodbye, farewell, I'll see you and good day. This and see what they do. And I think you take the easier to cast Unexpected Windfall for sure. I don't know if you want more than 4 of that effect though. 4 mana card advantage is quite a lot. Library exile. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the you see a guard for interacting with I'm supposed to keep the you see a guard for protecting Lier. Can see that being the case. Might not be worth using our treasures for here. They get to Reflection the Spellbinder. It might have been right to just Spikefield the Spellbinder on my turn too. There are a lot of permutations these last couple of turns the way they could have played things out. Would not be surprised if we had a more optimal series. Alright, that'll do big. That's actually the first time we've played against Go Blank in this set today, huh? There aren't a lot of the black decks. They're kind of omnipresent in Alchemy at the moment, but they're not super popular in Standard. They definitely seem like they're in a good position to be able to be good against what this deck is doing. Go Blank especially. It's like attack the hand and the graveyard simultaneously. Seems super strong for disrupting what we have going on. We have some white pathways in the deck, but you largely just never play them out on white. I'm sure there'll be some edge case for being able to make white mana and cast your Show of Confidence organically is good, but for the most part, you're casting them with treasures. I'm gonna hold on to the Surge for now, because if they play Thalia or Aspirant this turn, I'd much rather kill either of those than Hopeful Innate. Like some Naya, maybe humans. Get churning here. We'll take 4 here, 5, because the one will train the other. I will say I wouldn't be surprised if the fact that this deck basically has to have Goldspan Dragon to be successful doesn't hold it back a little bit. The games where you find it, you look really impressive, but, you know, we've had a few now where it's just like, sometimes your 4 of just isn't in the top however many cards of your deck. Wait for them to pay and then kill this in response. So we're gonna take 4, 8, 9, 10 here, drop to 3. Then we have March of Swirling Mist next turn to fog their attack. So we'll get a couple of redraws. The fact that this is just like a fog protection split card is super strong. Just like in your board, get it out of here. Yeah, our deck basically doesn't do anything if it doesn't have Goldspan Dragon. Yes, it does allow us to push past blockers sometimes too. Very, very powerful effect. Very flexible effect, I guess I should say. Chance of me seeing me play Pioneer? Yep, as soon as Pioneer is available on Magic the Gathering Arena, we'll be playing Pioneer on the regular. The economy on Magic the Gathering Arena is not about to change. It is what it is. Three shots at Goldspan Dragon. Yep, this is gonna be one of those games, like I said, shit. We just, I can't live with voltage surges and stuff, right? If I play a red, did I tap off a red? I can cast Voltage Surge twice and Spikefield Hazard once. And I think we still end up dead, right? So I need to Unexpected Windfall and try and find my other copy of Fog. One more phase out card in our deck. You gotta be, those are gonna be the types of games you just have to be willing to take, you know? If you're not okay with just losing because your key card isn't in the top 30 cards in your deck. This is not the deck for you. Sometimes it do be like that. So over 2 years, Jay Hurst, welcome back. We definitely ran a little bit good in the first half of this session, always having our gold spans. The correct info is they technically haven't announced yet what the next format is going to be on Magic the Gathering Arena. But they said it's going to be a paper-compatible format, so it will almost assuredly be a pioneer that we have so far. So when they eventually are ready to stand up the queue with whatever it is, it'll just be all of the cards on Magic Arena that are currently Pioneer legal, which is a good bit of the format, but not all of it. Bonatello, thank you for the Prime. There's a ton of great people you can send that to every month. Thanks for sending it this way this month and keeping me around. Yeah, I'd play the crap out of that. Now, if they're smart and have the resources available to them when they release that Pioneer we have so far onto Magic Arena, they will also accompany with a Pioneer anthology or whatever you want to call it, with like the 20 to 30 most popular Pioneer cards that aren't on the platform yet. Dininity, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Isn't that basically historic? No, not even close. I would really encourage you to go look at the top 8 of a recent historic tournament and then go look at the top 8 of a recent Pioneer tournament. Please and thank you. So what historic was before they moved to digital exclusive cards? Nope, that's also not correct. Chat, they released a historic anthology into Magic Arena super quickly. They had Jumpstart Historic Horizons that had a bunch of modern stuff in it almost right away too. Like, it's really not, like, just go back and look instead of making stuff up. They're very, very different. We're gonna take 4, 5, 10, 11 next turn, so I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Alright, listen, chat. This is my last match of Magic before we change to Pokemon Unite. Otherwise, I'd toggle sub-only mode on. But it never, like, the biggest chuckle to me is when, like, we pointedly explain something is not the case and, like, give references, and then people are like, but this thing you just explained is not the case. What if it was that? Dear Twitch chat, I would say never change, but please, for the love of God, consider changing. What adjustments would I make to this deck for best of one? I don't know. I'm not really a best of one gamer. We usually have sub only on for Magic. We've been playing with it being off. I don't have sub only mode on for non-Magic games, because other video games like MOBAs tend to be a little bit less toxic and obnoxious than Magic on average. Okay, so if I Goldspan Dragon and attack, I'll have 6 mana, so I can march 5 things. We're not in a great spot, but we're also not just dead yet, so we have a chance. Take a chance on me. Do. Hey, monkey boy. Thanks for 11 months. Where has the time gone indeed? I think I'm gonna take an extra point of damage here to refund 2 mana on this march. Wizards walks things back so much. I mean, that's also just like objectively not true. They walked back exactly one thing, which was Pioneer Masters, which they pointedly never even gave a release date on. They just moved it from something we're working on in the future to something that we're putting on the back burner. So even that isn't really that much of a rug pull when you think about it. All right, I can kill 2 things and block another thing, and then we still die. They're actually, if anything, Wizards is actually very consistent about not committing to things in advance or giving specific dates on things because it leaves them flexibility for stuff. It's actually very common in the games industry in general. So you don't see something like what happened with Cyberpunk 2077, right? Like Cyberpunk gave a release date, they pushed it back, they released a disaster, and everybody was mad about it. Game companies leave themselves intentionally vague with a lot of that stuff, so that way they give themselves wiggle room to not be breaking promises. If you don't actually commit to something, you're not making a promise. You're not breaking a promise if you didn't actually make it. This deck was a lot of fun. It's obviously super dependent on being able to draw Goldspan Dragon, and as that last game showed, even if you hit it, you're not 100%, but the games where we had Dragon and our stuff came together was really fun. We had a lot of turn 5, like, draw 20 cards, make 100 mana combo kills, which was great. If I had to call out cards that would be slots that I would consider playing with, probably these 6 cards are ones that you could probably do other things with. Alchemist Gambit especially, like, it was cute in a couple of spots, but it was super awkward in a bunch of others. I think, if anything, I would definitely go down to just 1 copy of this. Kazuul's Fury kind of fills a similar role to Alchemist Gambit, where, like, you can't kill them this turn, but, like, if you could hit them one more time with your Goldspan, they'd die. So this is kind of like an Alchemist Gambit that also doubles as a land. So I might even just, like, do this if I was making minimal changes. I don't really think there's anything much you could do to find your Goldspans more consistently in here. Maybe you could, like, get a 4th Expressive Iteration in, but our deck has a ton of card selection in it. So, like, when you're not running exceptionally poor, you're in pretty good, you're pretty well off. Kiki Jiki. I mean, the Kiki card is like a pretty generically good card. It's tough to say you make your deck worse by adding a card that's just like objectively powerful as Fable of the Kiki. Provides you a little bit of card selection and also ramps into these 5s. Like, maybe that's okay. Also, so they were in a no-win situation, Duck Doolittle. Every time Cyberpunk pushed back their release date, they generated bad press. So they decided to just eat the bad press from releasing something that had issues, especially on consoles, because they were going to eat crap regardless of what they did at that point. So they decided to take the route that involved them eating crap, but also was more profitable, which honestly, I can't say that I blame them for. You know, I mean, it's crappy, but they were going to eat crap regardless of what they did at that point. If they push back again, people are going to be upset. And if they release buggy like they did, people are going to be rightfully upset too. So in general, that's why you see companies just be vague, so they don't have repeats of that kind of thing. All right, chat. Let's unite some Pokemons.